Lights are flashing, hearts are beating on the dance floor. We are meeting, equal rights. We're all the same. Love unites us. Feel the flame, breaking barriers, spreading love. Hand in hand, we take a stand. In this world, love commands. Celebrate, celebrate, equality and love. Celebrate, celebrate, everybody rise above. Come on, come on. Echoes of freedom, let's rejoice. Join the rhythm, hear the voice. Hearts shout, feel the beat. Together, love is sweet. Unity in every way. Celebrate, let's sway. Every heart, every soul. Love will make us whole. Celebrate, celebrate, equality and love. Celebrate, celebrate, everybody rise above. Come on, come on, come on. Echoes of freedom, let's rejoice. Join the rhythm, hear the voice. Hearts shout, feel the beat. Together, love is sweet. Unity in every way. Celebrate, let's sway. Every heart, every soul. Love will make us whole. Celebrate, celebrate, equality and love. Celebrate, celebrate, everybody rise above. Come on, come on, come on. Echoes of freedom, let's rejoice. Join the rhythm, hear the voice. Hearts shout, feel the beat. Together, love is sweet. Lights are flashing, hearts are beating on the dance floor. We are meeting, equal rights. We're all the same. Love unites us. Feel the flame, breaking barriers, spreading love. Together we rise above. Hand in hand, we take a stand. In this world, love commands. Celebrate, celebrate, equality and love. Celebrate, celebrate, everybody rise above. Come on, come on. Echoes of freedom, let's rejoice. Join the rhythm, hear the voice. Hearts shout, feel the beat.
All right, all right, all right. How we doing? The studio's so bright, I've got to wear shades. Managing all these different inputs, this makes me feel wonderful. All right, we can bring this down a little bit. How's everybody doing? I've got a really quick show. Things are heating up. Okay, let me say we check out some. There we go. Some free house-ish type groove-edge. What do you say? There we go. So, yeah. All right, so we are gonna talk about one of my favorite subjects. How, like, I just read this article. Google, right, is going the way of, what was that? MySpace. That's right. So, we're going to be talking about ChatGPT. Where are we? ChatGPT. There we are. We can give some claps to that. And what's happening is I'm developing this bizarre relationship with ChatGPT, and we're kind of like getting close, man. It's just like having a friend that never talks smack. So I was like, yeah, I'm trying to do this campaign, Stars of David campaign, and ChatGPT was like, call it the Stars of David experience. And I was just like, yeah, we can call it the Stars of David experience. And and so I went along and started to talk about some ideas that I had, and for ChatGPT to check out, what I've had in my head, but could never really research, just through observation. And it's been my observation that Jewish women in the family, they're always like right up there. Whether it's business or whatever, any type of situation, they're not seen in the same way as a family, as a Muslim woman or a Christian, woman. It's different. The Jewish women are more independent, have more of an opinion, more of a say, and that's probably, I think, why the Jewish culture was so, people freaked out, and they were like, what are you doing bringing the woman into this big business conversation, throughout history. And so I wanted to see if ChatGPT could articulate this in a better way than me, and it just rocked, man. ChatGPT just knocked it out of the park. All right, and so it came. This is all ChatGPT. It came up with from Torah to Tinsel town, baby. Come on, yeah, from Torah to Tinsel town, and I was like, yeah, man. The inclusion and diversity that I've noticed as part of the sort of baked in the cake of the Jewish culture, can you sort of embrace or reject this opinion with whatever you can find in terms of things to support it and so on and so forth? And so it came up with all these awesome things we're going to talk about in a second. But so this goes to the stars of David experience, as ChatGPT wants to call it, and it's really a discussion that no one else is having. We're going to talk about how the American Jewish culture, through the golden age of cinema, really changed the course of history and changed the course of the world in the sense that the inclusion and diversity that we take for granted was on display and celebrated on the silver screen. All right, we don't even acknowledge this. But so okay, I can go on forever. Let me just bring it to the where we want to talk about right here at the ChatGPT. Come on, let's give it up. All right, so. See, this is ChatGPT. Was just like, am I just, my own prejudice? And it came up as says, well, unlike Christian and Islamic traditions that historically limited women's roles, Jewish culture has often encouraged women's participation in family decision making, in business and intellectual life. See, I knew this just by hanging out with my Jewish peeps, like I just from observation, but I couldn't really articulate it in a way that was cool and not, I want to be as to use as little divisive language as possible. I think that's probably could get a good round of applause. So this openness translated into Hollywood's golden age, where Jewish executives and filmmakers helped elevate strong female characters onto the screen. And so this is all ChatGPT, man. This is just like, come on, where's my boom? This is all just like, yeah, baby. Check this out, okay. Jewish culture and female roles in Hollywood. Strong women in business. Many Jewish women historically played active roles in commerce, a reflection seen in strong female-led films like Mildred Pierce, 1945, where Joan Crawford portrays a self-made woman overcoming adversity. Powerful and independent female leads. Films like The Women, 1939, All About Eve, feature ambitious, intelligent women navigating power dynamics, mirroring the Torah's portrayal of figures like Deborah and Esther. Yeah, let's give a boom. Where's my boom, baby? Right here. Yeah. Come on. See, the thing that gets me so excited is I had no idea whatsoever that these cultural things that I sort of felt just on a one-to-one relationship could actually be related all the way back to the Torah, man. I was like, man, that is so awesome. If anything's going to support this idea that I have to create the foundations or the pillars of this Stars of David experience. I mean, how more foundational do you get than that? So that really just was so cool. Let's get back to it. All right, so mothers as pillars of strength. Jewish tradition values matriarchs essential to family and community, a theme seen in films like Fiddler on the Roof and Yentl in 1983, starring Barbara Streisand, who both acted and directed the film, a rarity for the women at that time. So let's give it up for ChatGPT, man. Outstanding. So, let's take a look back at, where did we go? There we go. Let's take a look back at Mildred Pierce. I don't know Mildred Pierce. Do you know Mildred Pierce? I've never seen, I'm not that well versed. I know there are many people who are much more of an expert in golden age film stars and movies and so on and so forth. So I don't know Mildred at all. So we're gonna turn down the music, cross our fingers that we don't get a strike. I think this is fair use. We want to see what's up, man. Come on, let's look at Mildred, baby. Come on.
Mildred, a name gasped in the night, the one last word of a dying man, but one word that tells 1,000 stories of a woman.
Okay, I'm sorry. Just from a visual standpoint. Okay, I mean, you gotta love that period furniture. So let's check it out, even with the sound down here. Oh, there he's, boom, boom, look at that. Yeah. Do you have any idea the courage it takes? See, when I do the hotkeys, it moves the thing. Do you have any idea the courage? This is 1945. Like the talkies have been happening for like 20 years. So to have the gonads, to just have the leading lady, the star, all in shadow like that is just outstanding. So let's check it out a little bit more.
Mildred, a name gasped in the night, the one last word of a dying man, but one word that tells 1,000 stories of a woman who left her mark on every man she met.
Mildred had more to offer a man in a glance than most women give in a lifetime.
Mildred knew what she wanted. It wasn't too particular how she got it.
Mildred? Loving her was like shaking hands with the devil.
Yeah, her was like shaking hands with the devil. Mildred Pierce, baby. All right. So, where were we? Mildred Pierce. So I don't know this movie at all, but so this is ChatGPT educating me. Women in business, many women historically active roles like Mildred Pierce, 1945, baby. So, how would females be portrayed under Christian, right? Puritan Christian or Islamic fundamentalist executive producers, right? It's a fair question. Everybody's like, oh, the Jews in Hollywood, man, they took over Hollywood. Okay, well, what if the Muslim population took all over Hollywood, or the one of the other faces of Abraham took over freaking Hollywood? Well, this says, if Hollywood had been predominantly shaped by Puritan Christian, or Muslim fundamentalist executives, Islamic fundamentalist executives. I'm sorry, it's hard to. I got an echo going on. Female representation might have looked different. Christian influence, more passive, virtuous women with an emphasis on obedience and sacrifice. I think, come on, right? Is ChatGPT right or what? Like The Sound of Music or The Gone of Wind? And then Islamic influence. Greater modesty and restrictions with fewer independent female protagonists in lead roles, right? Is ChatGPT right or what, man? Come on, Mildred Pierce, baby. So, this is the point I'm making with this Stars of David campaign. It's not just a campaign to fight anti-Semitism. It is a campaign to fight stupidity. All right? And the origin story is the straw that broke the camel's back for me, because global warming, fossil fuels, all of this ridiculous idiocy that we're fed on a daily basis, be afraid of everything. It's just like, and then COVID came, and then right after COVID came October 7th. Israel was horrifically attacked. They responded. They fought back. Israel fought back, and everybody's like, oh, queers for Palestine, this and that, and you can't pink wash colonialism. You can't what? All of that energy, Jewish people, colonialists. So I was just like, I'm sorry, it's just too much material here for comedy. So the Stars of David campaign, it was born, and we're painting. We are painting Golden Age movie stars. They're going to be in prints, small, medium, large, and they're going to be in murals. And the point is to just like a battering ram, like a tip of a spear, making sure that people understand the power and the importance of the Jewish culture in terms of turning the world on into diversity and inclusion. And so, like, this cognitive dissonance with the Queers for Palestine and the whole pink wash colonialism stupidity, whatever that means. We are Okay, so I'm, all with the music and the live broadcasts, right? But everything that I'm doing, that's what's so powerful about what we're all doing together, because all of this support that everybody's giving me and all of this momentum that we're getting can all be encapsulated just into a simple portrait. And the fact that a portrait like this was rejected as a mural in the supposed DEI community. Wait, let's see what Marlena has to say.
My image was rejected for a mural in a Chicagoland suburb. A local businessman said my image was too sexy, too pro-Jewish, and worst of all, too white for this DEI village. Jewish culture exported diversity through the golden age of cinema to a worldwide audience. This village made a mistake.
Thank you, Marlene. You're awesome. So, yes. And why this is so exciting for me is I'm getting this. Okay, so I'm going to turn you on to the. Because I'm just one dude, and this is more of a side hustle and a passionate thing than it is, for me, a complete and total business plan. So it's important that we get other people, we get an army of people painting portraits of golden age movie stars and saying, yeah, baby, see this portrait, this image, this person changed the freaking world. Come on. And so I'm going to show you my system right here, right now. Okay, so here we go. The 60-second atelier. Get out your stopwatches. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on. Oh, let me get my earphones back on. We can get some light on the subject there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, baby. Alright. So this is a blocking, and my screen is blocked out, so I can't really see too well what's happening. So you start. Oops. Just like that. Upside down. And you want it your canvas side by side. Right by your subject. Desktop atelier. Right, boom. We're doing a binary study here, and this gets all the shapes in, secures the perimeter, kind of gets you going. You start getting your right. I've got my paper towels, mineral spirits right here, really easy to get to. My paintbrush is right there in the coffee can, so I can get to work just like this, baby. I can boom, 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 start working on my canvas, and then right here is the source image. Can you see my cursor? Right here is my source image, and then after we do our binary study, we get off the total black and white, and we start to bring in our other tones like that. Okay. And so together it kind of looks like this, right? So now we're going from the binary block out, and then we're going to start at a 30% reduction in terms of brightness. So we're going to get our, right, like we see a little separation here, the tones, and start. I don't have any pigment ready. That's alright. But all this area, right, can be knocked down, especially here. And so we just start doing that. And wherever we make a mistake, we just wipe it off. When in doubt, blur it out. We just use a different brush for a different tone. I'm just kind of going after it to show you the thing, but usually we have one brush for the light tone, one brush for the medium tone, one brush for the darker tone, and that's how we go through the process. And then it gets brighter and brighter, goes from this to this to this to this, and the grid's there if you need it. I don't really need it, but this template is for you. You know, you just gotta DM me and I'll send it right over to you. You can put in whatever image you want, and the person who can tell me, the first person who can email me, all right, go to this QR code. You'll find a website where I have posters on sale, especially during this broadcast. So you go here, boom, limited time. What do we got? 14 minutes. 14 minutes to 9 o'clock, I think. And you click on there and it'll take you to the invoice to buy this 3-foot by 3-foot laminated heirloom one of a kind print. Let's give it up. So, but we are, where were we? We are here. Sorry, yeah, we're here. So yeah, that barcode right there, it'll take you to the website. So contact me and tell me who this guy is, and you'll get a free 3.5 inch by 3.5 inch little mini print of the poster of Marlena Dietrich that we are promoting for the time being. All right. So I think that's all I wanted to say. To show you the 10-second atelier, right? There's the source image. There's my painting. You know, the way I see it, we're on an angle, right? But this for my vision, is about the same size as this. Actually, we need to go about like that. Then they're the same size. And it's super easy to paint like this. It's very meditative. You find that the canvas calls you, you know, and so it's a great way to practice mindful meditation. And so the 60-second plie goes bye-bye. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're done. And I can get back to work. And this is my crazy screen. I need 2 screens actually to do this, but this is training for going live on site. So we can do this as I move from Paris to Chicago, and I've got everything on my laptop. Okay, all right. That's kind of all I wanted to say. So yeah, just very excited about Chat GPT and how it's helping me define this Stars of David experience, where we're doing something no one else is doing. We are telling a story nobody else is telling. Nobody else is pointing to the golden age of cinema and how important it was for these diverse and inclusive images and black singers, strong women, gay songwriters, gay characters, gay playwrights, you know. That's a tribute and a testimony to the American Jewish experience. And to have all of these LGBTQ people turning their backs on the Jewish culture it's from not even a political thing, just on a cognitive, just historical. It's just so stupid. And so the purpose of this campaign is to create artwork to make anti-Semitic people do this. If we can do when we do an exhibition, guaranteed there's going to be protests, and guaranteed there's going to be can't pinkwash colonialism, right? And it's just camera time, documentary time, and just have a blast watching all of these sad souls lose their freaking minds. All right. Perfect timing. All right. So we're going to end the broadcast, and I'm going to show you how I do this. So now, if you go to this website, this is the home page, right? But now this offer is coming to an end, so I don't want it on the home page. I don't want it to be seen anymore. So I'm going to go like this, customize. And then I'm going to change the home page to just an explanation page, Stars of David, right? So when you hit this, now that home page is now the Stars of David page. Isn't that cool, man? Alrighty. Okay, well, let's see if we escaped any more YouTube. Each time I play a video, they're all thrown as like, copyright. Anyways, all right. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.